What's up, Fighting Bulls? Today we're breaking down BTCT, and this is one of those charts where patience could be extremely important. BTCT has experienced an aggressive sell-off, dropping from the $1, 40 seconds down toward the $1.07 to $1.08 area. But now we're seeing something interesting. The stock has bounced off that low and is beginning to consolidate around the $1.13 to $1.16 area. So the big question is BTCT actually building a bottom and preparing for a reversal? Or is this simply another bounce inside a larger downtrend? Today we're going to break down the chart pattern, support, resistance, potential entry, stop loss, profit targets, and how we could manage a hypothetical $500 trade. As always, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Let's get into the bigger picture and see what the technicals are really telling us. The first thing we need to recognize is that BTCT is not currently in a confirmed bullish trend. The larger short-term structure remains bearish. We've seen price move from approximately $1.45 toward $1.40, then losing that $1.30 level. From there, we move toward $1.23, then $1.16, and eventually down toward that $1.07 to $1.08 support floor. That's a classic sequence of lower highs and lower lows on the 5-minute time frame. When we're looking at a chart like this, we have to respect the trend that's actually happening, not the trend we hope is going to happen. Right now, sellers have controlled the bigger move, but something is beginning to change. We're seeing a shift in momentum at the bottom of the chart. After that aggressive sell-off reached $1.07, buyers finally stepped in and we saw that sharp bounce. This brings us to the current potential pattern. Now, price is consolidating between approximately $1.13 and $1.16. This is interesting because we could potentially be looking at the beginning of a bottoming base. I want to emphasize that word, potentially. The reversal has not been confirmed. Right now, I would describe the setup as a bearish downtrend with possible bottoming consolidation. The stock has to prove itself to us before we ever consider committing capital. And the level that could begin changing the story is $1.16. That's the immediate resistance. If BTCT can't get over that level, the bearish thesis remains in full control. So why does this level matter so much? $1.16 is the level I'm watching. If BTCT continues trading below $1.16, I don't see a reason to force a long trade. But if we get a clean break through that level with increasing volume, things become much more interesting. The confirmation we're looking for is simple. $1.16 breaks, volume increases, and then price holds above $1.16. That's what we want to see. We're not trying to predict the reversal, we're waiting for the market to confirm it. If $1.16 becomes support after the breakout, that could be a major change in the short-term structure. That's a healthy sign. Now, let's break down how we'd actually manage this in a hypothetical trade setup. For our hypothetical $500 trading example, I would not chase BTCT at $1.13. I'd rather pay a few cents more for that confirmation. Our hypothetical breakout entry would be approximately $1.17 to $1.18. For our calculations, we'll use an entry of $1.17. At that price, $500 gives us approximately 427 shares. 427 shares at $1.17 cost approximately $499.59. We're using the entire $500 for this educational example. Now we need to define the risk before we ever enter. Our hypothetical stop is approximately $1.11. That's 6 cents below our entry. This is where we admit the trade setup has failed and we move on. 6 cents multiplied by 427 shares equals approximately $25.62 of planned maximum loss. That's roughly 5% of the $500 account. In the world of small caps, that's still an aggressive momentum play. The most important rule is this: if the setup fails, we exit. We don't move the stop lower because we're hoping. We don't average down simply because the stock got cheaper. We respect the original plan. We don't turn a short-term trade into a long-term investment because we don't want to take the loss. That's how small mistakes turn into account-ending disasters. Now let's map out the critical support and resistance levels. Let's map out the important levels. Our first support area is $1.13 to $1.16. If BTCT breaks $1.16 and successfully retests that level as support, that's exactly what we'd like to see. Old resistance becomes new support. Below that, we're watching $1.08 to $1.11. And then the major recent low is $1.07 to $1.08. If that $1.07 area breaks, the bottoming thesis becomes significantly weaker and we have to rethink the setup. Above the stock, our first resistance is $1.16. Then we're watching $1.23, and after that, $1.30. These are the hurdles the stock needs to clear to prove it's in a new bullish trend. It won't be easy. Finally, we have the larger resistance area around $1.34 to $1.38. This area is critical because the VWAP and moving averages are sitting overhead. That's a lot of supply to chew through. Now let's talk about profit. Now, let's talk about the upside. Our hypothetical entry is $1.17. Our first target is $1.23. That's a 6-cent move. Second target is $1.30, a 13-cent move. These are our primary areas to take profit. Third target is $1.34, and the extended target is $1.40. At $1.40, the potential full position profit would be over $98, but I wouldn't necessarily hold all 427 shares waiting for that moonshot. One possible educational approach would be scaling out. For example, taking 140 shares around $1.23, another 140 around $1.30, and allowing 147 shares to run toward $1.40 if the momentum remains strong. The goal is to take some profit while staying in the game long term. No breakout equals no trade. We don't have to be in every stock. If we enter and price breaks $1.11, we're out. If BTCT loses $1.07, the thesis is dead. Remember, no setup equals no trade. We don't have to be in every ticker. BTCT is attempting to watch that $1.16 breakout level. If it breaks with volume, we have a reversal setup. For our hypothetical $500 trade, $1.17 entry, $1.11 stop, targets to $1.40. But remember, no breakout, no trade. We're not trying to predict the market. We're preparing for what the market might do next. This is 5,280 fighting bulls. Watch the levels. Respect your risk. Stay disciplined. The best trade isn't always the trade you take. Sometimes it's the trade you avoid. Until next time, fighting bulls. Stay sharp, trade your plan, and we'll see you in the next breakdown. Peace out.